and welcome to Life of the Party, the Delphos Saga. Before we begin, I just want to say a huge thanks to all our supporters over on Patreon and members of our YouTube channel. If you're enjoying our series and want to see more of it, check out patreon.com/NyxRising, where you can find more lore on the world, see extra artwork of the characters, watch outtakes, help us design an original D&D setting, and much more. You can also support us via the YouTube join button below and become a member of our channel. Now, are we ready to go?
Yes, please! It's been 84 years!
Cue title sequence! We catch up with our party after surviving through another dream seemingly bestowed upon them by the Fates, in which the three students and Damianos ventured through a flooded temple, trying to interpret the signs on a decorated mosaic floor, and fighting off a spirit naga. Waking up in a cold sweat after Damon takes his own life in the dream world to get them back to reality, the trio are immediately called to the attention of a herald outside the academy, sent by Lord Roman Peshek, Damon's gladiatorial patron. After doing some fruitless research in the Academy Library, they visit Peshek and he thanks them for saving Damon's life and says he knows about the dreams, giving them an ancient book from his collection, the Book of Moiray. The trio rush to Helena with the book, and she is able to interpret some of it to make more sense of their strange and seemingly prophetic dreams. Helena warns for them to prepare themselves for the coming storm. A second dream suggests that something is coming much sooner now, as the Fates tug on the threads of their lives to coerce them to whatever destiny awaits them. Reaching the back page of the book, Helena touches the glowing rune there, letting out an ear-piercing shriek, her white eyes taking on the same swirling white and gold quality as the rune itself. For a moment she's frozen there, stiff as a statue, and then she sighs and eases again, looking at Icarus, reaching out a hand to him and saying, "Take my hand, child." When he touches her, they are carried away into a vision of Icarus' past, on the deck of a ship during a dreadful storm, the figure of Niklaus Mueller reaching out and screaming a name, "Oscar!" On the horizon, a flash of green reveals the shape of Lady Cord, and her voice carrying on the wind. "Icarus, chase the sun. Freedom awaits you." Pandora and Maze. The two of you stand alongside Damon in Helena's home. Watching the two of them frozen in place, gazes distant. You see Icarus's mouth fall agape, face twisting in despair, tears rolling down his face in thick rivulets. The room is silent, almost unnervingly so, for more than a minute, until you see Helena's mouth open and a different voice come from her tongue. "Icarus, chase the sun, freedom awaits you." The gold in her eyes fades away to pure white. Icarus looking around himself as Damon speaks up. "Freedom awaits you? What does that mean?"
What?
Immediately, Helena drops her head, coming back to herself. You can see that she's shaking slightly. She looks down at her hands, and then around the room. I can't see.
Oh god.
What?
I can't see. You see her now pure white eyes, shifting and moving, not focusing on anything.
It's okay.
Can you do something, Pandora?
I don't know, can I,
She's gonna reach out and try and feel for you.
I'll grab a hand. It's okay. We'll figure this out. Can I, is there any, check I can do to, see what's going on?
You make a medicine or an arcana check.
Arcana. First time with a new dice. Ooh, 21.
21. I'd say you could, based on what you've seen and what you understand of different kind of glyphs and things like that, you could interpret that there was magic stored in whatever that glyph was on the back of the book, that has now transferred to her.
What kind of rune is it, or glyph is it?
It's a glyph that you've never seen before, and it's not not anything written in a language that you understand.
Helena, what is this glyph that you touched on the book? Do you know anything about it?
No, I don't even know what happened. I was drawn to it.
It's okay, you're gonna be okay. She's gonna hold her hands around Helena's head and try casting Remove Curse. Like, if it's a curse that the book's given her, she has no idea.
It casts, but it doesn't take. You see the magic leaving Pandora's hands, passing over Helena, but her eyes remain blind.
It's not a curse, or at least not one that I know of.
It's okay.
We'll get you help, I promise you.
While this is happening, Maze is just going to sort of tiptoe over to Icarus and put a hand on his shoulder. Hey, Icarus. You good?
Me?
Yeah, you.
Yeah.
How you feeling, buddy?
What did you see? I saw cord.
Wow.
Like, cord? The cord?
It was. Helena takes a seat and sort of Damon sits beside her, comforting her, but she's like, it was Lady Cord. I know it was.
What happened?
That ship.
Yeah. You saw all that, huh?
All of it. Damon pipes up, he's like, that, Helena, you spoke in a different voice.
That was cord.
That was Cord?
That's huge. Your god is literally talking to you.
Chase the sun, freedom awaits you, is that what she said?
You okay?
Yeah. I think she wants me to go to the Green Flash. Really?
That story that Io told us about?
I don't think it's a story.
We saw on the horizon a green light as the sun was going down. And we saw her.
What, you think she's there in the Green Flash? I don't know, but I think that's where she wants us to go. Or me. She wants me to go. I think that might be related to the boat.
Boat?
There was a storm in a ship.
Yeah.
That boat? How you wound up in Erin in the first place?
Yeah. Yeah, I suppose I should tell you a little bit more about that, huh? It's okay, take your time. I'm gonna go sit down as well. Just wipe my face and just hold my head in my hands for a little minute.
Well, it's been quite the intense day.
Tell me about it.
I think perhaps I should get a priest or a high priestess to come look at Helena.
Yeah. I think that's a good idea. There's one near her.
I don't want to make any assumptions, but I mean, I have heard stories that interacting with the gods leaves people in interesting states.
Yeah. Fuck. Okay, yeah.
I mean, we can wait here a while. Helena's like, maybe it will come back. I'll just
maybe
give it half an hour, or please don't feel like you have to stay. I'm very safe and comfortable in Damon's care. Don't worry.
Okay. So long as you're sure.
Do you want to stay and talk about what we saw?
Yeah.
We can give you guys some privacy.
Yeah. No. You guys deserve to know. You've proved yourself time and time again that I can trust you. You can. Have you got any drink here? Anything to
Oh,
Just tell me where.
Tell us.
Yeah.
Tell us.
yeah, there's more tea in the kitchen.
Okay.
Wine if you want it.
I will go and grab some wine and tea. Don't worry, I'll be back in a second. I just need to stretch my legs for a hot second.
Okay.
And Chris goes and leaves the room and just takes a breath in the kitchen and leans against one of the counters and just tries not to have a panic attack. And then we'll collect things and come back in a couple of minutes.
You two are left with Damon and Helena for a few minutes in the main room of the house.
Have you ever had anything like this before? Like seeing visions like that?
No, it was really something.
It was like.
I mean, everything that we read in that book about oracles, human vessels for the fates,
I mean,
that was fascinating, but it's all been theoretical in all of my research.
yeah, I mean, I didn't expect to sort of see it manifest like right in front of us.
Of all the people that we've met, you're the most suitable for that kind of
Yeah.
task power.
I don't know about that, but it is quite incredible. I saw a goddess.
Well, it really is something.
I have to say, I implore all three of you to find out what you can about this green flash before you chase anything.
Of course. Like, we wouldn't want to just run headlong blindly into something.
Into a story that we heard on a boat.
Yeah.
I'll come back in with a little tray of the tea and some wine bottles tucked under an arm. Here we go. Anyone that wants any, here it is.
Okay.
It doesn't matter, I need to talk about this.
Sure.
I'm gonna uncork one of the bottles of wine. I'm just gonna start pacing whilst holding it and just take a swig. This one's my bottle now. When I touched Helena, we saw my memory from before I came to Erin. And I told you that I was on a ship that was in a storm, which is how I got that scar on my back. What I didn't tell you is that I always saw it as a blessing from Cord.
What, the shipwreck?
Yeah.
Why?
I saw it that she was saving me.
You didn't like the life you had before?
Nope. My name is Icarus Paleo. That's my name. That is me. I am Icarus. It used to be Oscar.
Oscar.
Yeah. Oscar Mueller.
Like Niklaus Mueller.
He was my older brother. Kind of. Not really, we're not related. I would never call him my brother, but I guess that's what it is.
Was he a Triton as well?
No. No. Never. I'm not lying about that. I've never met another Triton.
No, it's fine. I'm not like saying you're lying
No,
about it.
I know.
Take your time.
Yeah.
When the shipwreck happened, I grabbed it as an opportunity to get away. And I kind of just assumed that the ship went down and everyone else died on it. I never thought anyone would give a shit, when I went overboard. But that vision showed me that might not have been the case.
Was it Niklaus you were trying to get away from? Or just your old life?
Both. His parents, my parents, not my parents, but They took me in.
Took you in when? How old were you?
An infant.
Never really knew anything before that.
No. Always paraded around, you know? Look at us, look how generous we are that we took this child in. But behind the closed doors was always a different story, wasn't it?
You said that you knew they weren't your parents. Like, did they make that very clear?
I mean, as clear as being elves could be.
Right.
Like, we definitely weren't related. They never treated me like a child. And Niklaus was older than me. I think he always hated me, so. I don't know. I took the opportunity and I left. I got away as soon as I could.
I'm sorry, Icarus. I'm sorry you went through that.
Yeah.
I'm glad you're here, though.
Yeah, me too. No, it feels like I'm not able to get away from it properly. But maybe, as Lady Court said, freedom awaits past that green flash.
I mean, if recent events have taught us anything, it's that your past was a funny way of catching up with you.
Apparently so. I always thought I was away from it here. On the other side of the caldera, you know? So,
Where was it you were from originally? Or where were you when you were living with them?
Ferlstep?
Well, then it's far away.
Yeah. It's kind of where I thought. A bit safer over here.
Well, that's it. Like, just because he's back, or at least mentions of him are back, doesn't mean you need to go back to that life.
Mm-mm.
If I may, and looks up, though you can see her eyes still searching the space in front of her. I would consider the interpretation of the vision to be perhaps Our Lady Court choosing you for some other purpose, not just rescuing you, although I understand that interpretation, but for her to speak to you now like that, perhaps that destiny and that green light is nothing to do with your old life.
Then why the vision? Why the memory? It's not something I wanted to see again, you know?
I suppose that was a big moment of change in your life.
Maybe she needs you to consider it and reevaluate it before you're ready. I'm sorry you went through that.
It's okay.
Pandora's gonna get up and hug Icarus.
I'm just gonna hug you back very gently. Rest my face on your shoulder.
You're better than them. And I'm so glad that you became the person you are, despite it.
Yeah. I'm glad I got you. All of you.
That's it, you do have all of us. You don't need to do it on your own.
Mm-mm.
So Tadpole,
This asshole.
you want to come with me to the temple and see if we can find somebody who can help Elena?
Sure.
maybe we'll go find a temple accord, huh?
Yeah, that'll be good. I know where there's one nearby, so.
Helena, do you want us to stay, or would you rather
Oh
punch
no,
yourself?
I'll be okay.
Can we get you anything? Do you like need anything?
It's a real shame I can't read that book.
I'll pick the book up and sort of put it in her lap, I suppose. Like,
You see her she just holds on to it. She doesn't look as scared as you'd think someone might be. Perhaps the slight shell shock of having just seen a god in a vision, but she doesn't look as devastated as some might, having just found themselves totally blind.
I mean, who knows if touching that book made you have some sort of vision, maybe the words inside will just slowly reveal themselves to you.
That's a nice idea. Let's hope.
I'd like to hope so.
I'm gonna go up to Helena and just. I'm gonna take your hand, okay?
Okay.
And take a hand in mine. I guess. Thank you. And I'm sorry that it led to this for you.
Don't be sorry. I mean, have we not spent the afternoon talking about fate as it is? Then surely this was meant to happen.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Thank you.
Don't be afraid, okay?
Okay. And kiss the back of her hand very gently.
And she had just sort of relaxed back into the seat, staring into the middle distance of nowhere. Right, we should give you some space. Me and possibly Icarus and possibly another cleric might be back, but we'll see.
Sure.
They will sort of shepherd you guys out of the house.
Icarus, before we go our separate ways, I'm gonna go sell the gold hand. Would high-fiving it make you feel better? I know you wanted to. And you might not have the chance to do this again.
I think out of sheer surprise, that's gonna make Icarus laugh.
Yes.
Okay.
And they searches around in their stuff and pulls out Nico's gold hand.
No, which David is like, what?
It's a long story.
Hold my hand up. Crisp high five.
I want to high five the hand.
Yeah?
I mean, is it one of those good luck things now? Let's say yes.
Let's hope so.
High five.
I want in if everyone's
Okay.
doing it. High five.
High five. Put it back in my bag.
Great.
Right, it's this way down to the nearest temple.
You two, I'm sure I will see you again soon.
Yeah, and we'll see you at Delphos later.
Yeah,
Like a couple of hours we can meet outside.
sounds good.
Okay.
I know it goes without saying, but again, keep Lorca out of this.
This list is getting longer and longer of things we cannot tell him.
Trust me, this is the first time I've been keeping things from him, and I'm feeling the pressure of that.
I'm sure he'll want to know at some point
I
when
know.
we're ready.
I know.
Okay, just so long as you do.
Right, I will see you later. Maybe in my dreams.
Hopefully not in our dreams, please. I'd rather see you in real life, not in my dreams.
And you can go your separate ways. Let's do Pandora Maze. What are you up to?
Okay.
Shopping!
Yeah. I mean, like after we've sort of gone away for a little bit, I guess wandering a little bit aimlessly, Maze is gonna be like, it's kind of tone shift, but I've got some errands I need to run. If you want to come along.
Sure, you want some company?
Yeah, I mean, why not? We hardly ever hang out, just the two of us.
I know we haven't, have we?
I can't wait for whatever this dynamic is going to be.
I don't know what it's gonna be.
This is like surprisingly normal and sensible, maybe. Who knows?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, like I just said, I figured we could go
Sell the gold hand.
sell off the gold hand. I could sell off my old sword that I don't need anymore.
Okay.
And I have bracers to pick up.
Oh, from the fleece.
Yeah.
Yeah.
From the big cat.
Okay, cool. Let me just see if there's anything I have which I can sell.
Sure thing. Let's be sensible.
Let's be sensible. Should we get some things for the third task, which is bound to be coming up soon?
We should get some more potions.
Yeah. Let's do that.
Potions.
Okay, let's see how much we can get for the hand.
Yeah. I guess we'll go looking for ye olde pawn shop.
Ye olde pawn shop. I will say, for the sake of ease, you can return and pick up your braces,
Okay.
having been paid for,
Okay.
which last time you paid with your little school swipey.
Yeah. I still have some debt left somewhere, I think.
Yeah, you pick up some, like, sort of the beautiful black leather braces with those ink designs you discussed on top of them, sparkling like the skin of the saber tooth that you
The
use.
skin of a killer bella.
And you now have your braces of Moonlight, which negate the non-magical property of any weapon,
Oh my god!
my
sake of
God.
overcoming resistances.
Maze just puts them on immediately.
They
Very
suit
excited.
you.
Thank you.
They're really pretty.
I didn't realize they'd be this sparkly. That's kind of cool.
That's such a cool design on them.
Yeah, I figured paintings, I might as well.
Mm-hmm. Lean into it.
Yeah, lean into the skid of whatever aesthetic this is.
Nice.
Say a big thank you to the shopkeep, whose name I forget.
I also cannot remember. It's the Minotaur and the
And the
Halfling.
halfling. And then we will look for Yoldi Pawn Shop.
Ye olde pawn shop.
Okay. Make me a investigation check to see what shop you can find to pawn a golden hand.
Pandora.
Oh, good. 10.
10. Okay. Cool.
Cool.
Um,
Nice. Tight.
It takes you a little while wandering around. You do stop in one and you're just sort of like, would you be interested in this? And they take a look at what it is and they're like, where did you get that? And then sort of usher you out of the shop like, that's a strange thing for you students to be selling me.
Say to Maze as we're walking around looking for another pawn shop.
Maybe we should have a story as to how we got hold of this thing.
I don't think the truth is the most conducive thing to be telling
No.
people here. That we took it off a cannibal's corpse.
Well, I mean, he kind of deserved it. But also, we should think of something else.
But what sounds
Convincing.
convincing that also doesn't make us out to be like tomb robbers or something?
I mean, we are students at Delphos. We go on all kinds of contracts and things.
It's true. Or they made it for my uncle, but he liked silver better.
If you think you can convince them of that,
I don't know.
I mean, you're more convincing than I am.
I'm good at lying.
I'm not. Like, it shows all over my face and I tell a lie.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me at all.
I just don't feel comfortable doing it. It feels bad.
Okay, well you just smile and nod and
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay.
Okay, you keep searching for a while longer and you find two shops. Two warring pawn shops.
Oh my god!
Directly next to each other. One is called Gaelos's Marvelous Vault.
Ooh.
And the other one is called the Sphinx.
Ooh!
Ooh.
Glancing in sort of through the open doorways, in Gaelos's Marvelous Vault, you see a sort of quite old greying male dwarf behind the counter.
Okay.
And in the other, you see a 6.5-foot female woman in the Sphinx.
In between the two of them, Pandora was conspiratorially say to Maze,
If we go into one and say we're just wanting to appraise it, and then we go next door and say, they've offered this, can you do any better?
It's true. We should. But okay, who seems like just glancing in at both of them.
Mm-hmm.
Do either of them give off a competitive vibe?
Make me a insight check.
Sure will.
Get
she? Yes. Oh, 27.
God, you know that family history.
I know their entire life stories.
You've known every competition they've ever been in.
Yeah.
Okay, I can tell you that you look inside and the old dwarf at the Marvelous Vault, he looks quite grouchy.
Okay.
But the inside of his shop looks to be in like better condition.
Okay.
Looks like he perhaps keeps. He's very sort of protective of his shop. He likes to show off the best in his shop front. The other woman, there's an open bottle of wine and a goblet on the counter with her.
Okay.
Fucking mood.
Okay. Let's try the Sphinx first.
Okay.
Okay, you head into the Sphinx, a single-story building with sandstone walls, and the shelves look to be sort of elven-made, very finely crafted, a bit dusty. There's a collection of adventurers' maps hanging on one wall, and some sort of knickknacks and various weaponry and nothing of any particular sort on the shelves themselves. And you come up and she's like, "What can I do for you?"
We were just looking to get an item appraised,
Okay.
and Miss will tonk the gold hand down the counter.
You see her sort of, ooh.
My grandfather was a great warrior from the island of Vishima. Unfortunately, he lost his hand in battle, and in his old age isn't really able to lift this one anymore.
Oh.
Sort of given to him as a ceremonial thing by one of the lords there. He gave it to me just to, I guess, see what extra cash I could get from it. Very nice old man.
Make me a deception check.
Get it.
He sent me here to Erin to see what cash I could get for it.
Nice. Dirty 20.
30-20. Okay. Okay. Interesting story. She sort of lifts it, weighs it, turns it over, knocks on it to see if it's hollow.
It is solid gold.
It is weighty. How could anyone carry that around comfortably?
He was quite strong. I have his sword with me. Sort of show off the normal katana.
Oh, impressive. Well, turns around, dumps it on a scale behind her, like, whoop. Interesting. I'd do maybe 600.
600.
Okay.
Okay.
Is that the highest you would go?
Well, the thing is with something like this is, I don't know who would buy it.
I mean, someone could melt it down and make it into something else.
Exactly.
Or make it into several of something else.
Which they could also do with just 600 gold pieces.
It's true, but I guess it's more, if you look at it as a historical artifact of a warrior from over the seas,
Yeah.
that has some kind of
It has history to it. Gold
historical,
pieces wouldn't have history
cultural
like this.
value.
That's true. An interesting museum piece.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Okay. 650.
650.
Okay. Well, we were just coming to have it appraised, so
We might be back.
Passes it back over
to know.
and takes her goblet of wine and takes a large swig.
okay. Well, we might be back.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Bye.
I guess we'll go next door.
Spin the same yarn.
Yeah.
Okay, you walk next door. You see this sort of just coming up to chin height at the counter. Long grey wiry beard and grey wiry hair. Little tiny round glasses. And he's like,
Oh, good day.
welcome to the Marvelous Vault.
Very marvelous in here.
Thank
It
you.
is.
Keep a tidy shop.
I do. Thank you for noticing.
Yeah, much tidier than next door.
Yes, next door. You see that this shop is 3 stories.
Oh.
And inside, the ceiling itself is painted like the night sky with little studs of like shiny crystals in it to make it shimmer.
Dude!
It's lit with magical candles.
Dude!
Yeah.
My house. Yes. I will once again pull out the gold hand. I just was wondering if we could have this appraised.
Okay. Take it off you.
It's solid gold.
That's not a lie.
It's the one thing Pandora's allowed to say. And I will spin the same yarn of my grandfather was a mighty warrior in Vishima and he can't use it anymore because he's getting old, so he sent it to me as allowance money.
He reaches under the counter, takes out a little hammer, very small. He knocks it on the hand. He goes, "You hear that? It's not solid gold.
No.
The inside's probably lead."
Does he look like he's bullshitting?
Make an insight check.
I will.
Dirty 20.
Just 20. He doesn't look like he's bullshitting. He looks like he's definitely sure of this. Like he knows his metals.
Well, your grandfather has been lied to all this time.
Well, considering it was given to him by one of the lords,
I know.
I don't think that sounds right.
Well, I could crack it open and see, but that would ruin the artifact.
It's
Exactly.
Well, how much would you say it was worth? How much would you be willing to buy it for?
As a historical artifact.
As a historical artifact.
With a rich culture.
You see, he puts it on an arcane scale, and he brings this thing out. It's like a floating disc that's sort of hovering slightly over the base. Puts it on there. He's looking at something on the other side of it that you can't quite see. 600.
600. And the thing is, we went next door first, just because it was the one that we passed by first, and they said 720.
Make a deception roll.
21.
21. 720. For a gold hand full of lead. Could melt it down. Make it into something else. 730.
Deal.
730 it is. And he will take the hand, tuck it away behind the counter. Oh, perhaps not even tuck, just sort of toss it behind the counter with little care for what it is.
The hand grabs onto something and then scuttles off.
And counts out 730 gold pieces.
Awesome. And then, as he's doing that, Maze will split it into 3, make sure that Pandora has her lot, and we'll hold on to Icarus's amount for when we meet up later.
243.
243, cool. 243 gold each.
Good God! Like 33 and 30 silver.
Yes.
And 3 copper. Hang on, 243.
243 and
30 silver and 3 copper.
3 copper. Excellent.
30 silver, 3 copper.
Delicious.
Fuck, I'm so rich!
Always the tieflings.
Yeah, I'll take a quick glance around the shop as well to see if there's anything that particularly stands out as something I might want to buy.
Okay. Let's have a look-see.
This man has some interesting curios, I'm sure.
Most certainly.
So in the Marvelous Vault, you see a number of just sort of mundane items you can get everywhere. You see hammers and manacles, different gemstones and various spell components and stuff. He's selling something marked Burglar's Pack. You see potions. Potions of healing. A few arcane scrolls. You see a scroll of Mage Hand, a scroll of Arms of Hadar. You see magnifying glasses, scroll of Snare, potion of Animal Friendship, superior healing potion, and then you start getting into the really expensive items like Pipe of the Sewers, Summon the Rats,
Oh
You see
no!
You see some boots that look just like the ones you took off the dead mercenary. You see some slippers with beautifully embroidered cobwebs all over them.
Spider climb boots.
You see a cloak that looks a lot like a manta ray. An incredible arcane shield with like beautiful runes of all different languages circling around it. And you see a morning star that's just thrumming with magical energy.
Flippin' heck.
Can I interest you in any of it?
How much would you be selling your potions for?
And do you take the Delphos credit discount system?
Of course.
Amazing.
Every good shop in this town does.
You're right. Every fine establishment would, and this is a fine establishment.
Fine establishment.
The Sphinx wouldn't.
Probably not.
Potions, your basic potions coming up at 45 a piece.
Okay.
Do your greater healing potions at 100 a piece.
I have one greater and one regular.
I have. Oh, I've got 2 regular. Cool. I'll take 1 greater. Also, I realised that I wanted to see if I could sell off my sword and one of my daggers as well.
Yeah, you can offer those too.
Yeah, I'll just like put that in the exchange for a greater potion.
Okay. He'll charge you 85 for the greater healing then.
Sweet. Maze is like very cordial and oh my god, thank you so much. This is so kind of you.
And for you?
Just looking through my inventory, I have my quarterstaff from like way back at the beginning and a pan flute, if that will take anything off. Yeah, she'll rifle through her stuff and pull out a pan flute. Like,
Why do I still have this? Like, I had to learn when I was little, but I was awful. I was never very good. So, I don't know why I still have it. Maybe I can just sell it and get the potion instead.
I kind of really want to hear you play it now.
No, you really don't.
Okay, I'll trust you.
You're like slaughtering it.
I'll take your word
I'll
for
buy
that.
it.
Perfect.
If you play it.
she'll play some like little duty version of like
Chopsticks.
Mary had a little man or something.
Make a performance check.
Yes! Yes!
With proficiency, so what? That's
Add your proficiency bonus.
so +3, +6. Okay. 22.
You see the dwarf man is like, oh, a shame that you're selling it.
That's actually pretty good, Pandora.
She's one of those people who's just like, I wasn't perfect at it the first time, so I'm terrible.
Shame.
I'll give you 12 gold for the pan flute.
Okay, so pan flute, and then this quarterstaff, I've never really vibed with it.
Like, it's just like sleek black quarterstaff. It's like one of those standard issue ones.
You've got your dagger now as well.
Yeah, I got that. I don't need this. It's kind of just in my way.
Those are 5 a piece, but I'll give you a gold off.
Okay, can I give you these and then get the greater healing potion?
Yeah, so that's 13 off. 92?
Can we go with 90? Because we've had like such good business today.
Make a persuasion check and at advantage because
Ooh.
you impressed him with your performance on the patch.
Somehow. +1.
Yay!
It's 15.
Yeah, we'll call it 90. We'll call it 90.
Nice round number.
I do like that.
Perfect, thank you.
So let me take off 90 and add another greater healing potion.
Woo!
Yay, thank you very much.
And then for both of you, come on in. Come on in.
We peer closer to this nice dwarf
He
man.
steps up on a little stool behind the counter, so he's like more level with you. Reaches out and just crafts some flowers in your hair.
Oh! Whoa!
Have a nice day. Thank you for the business.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, good sir.
What was your name?
His name was Telchor.
Thank you, Telchor.
Thank you,
We'll be
Telchor.
sure to tell our friends about this place.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Don't forget about the marvelous vault,
Wait, how could we ever forget
don't
about the
think I
marvelous
could.
vault?
and don't go to the Sphinx.
No, never.
Women's are drunk.
Oh.
Yeah.
God, such drama.
Sure.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We will make our way out.
Yeah.
Little white flowers.
Oh,
pottery crafted in your hair.
That was nice.
That was really nice.
We should do this again sometime.
We should. This is so calm.
Right?
Do you want to we've got time until we should go back to school. Do you want to just go to a cafe?
Sure.
We just go hang out and get some nice drinks.
Yeah, it'd be nice to take a bit of time off revising.
Yeah.
Let's go get a drink.
Yeah.
We go to a fantasy coffee shop.
And we just talk about life for a little while and it's nice.
Has the Monzarum coffee monks been a thing yet, or is that?
No, that's only about 100 years before Dawnbringers.
God, we'll go and get tea then. I
Yeah.
guess.
Yeah, we go to a tea
Go
shop.
to a tea shop.
We maybe see Loracai on his way out and just avert our eyes.
He's like, oh.
I know. Say hello to him. Oh my God! Don't make him sad.
Hi, little guy. Hi, Pandora.
Hi, Loracai.
Hi, Maze. So looks for Icarus.
He's around.
We'll catch him later. We're gonna meet him at school.
Okay.
We'll go for tea.
And you go in and you sit down and have a nice tea.
Yeah.
See a couple of your classmates around. Have a nice couple of hours. Just chat about life. You realise, Maze, oh, there's dance class in a couple of hours. You realise, Pandora, oh, you have a date with Adrian in a couple of hours.
Ooh.
So you're not gonna come to dance class?
Oh no, what a shame. I can't come to dance class.
Okay.
I have a prior engagement.
I can see that you're really devastated about that.
So heartbroken.
Oh, Pandora, you really are good at lying, are you?
No.
Well, enjoy your date.
Thanks.
Yeah.
He's cute.
Yeah.
He's really nice.
He was really nice to you. He seems like a gentleman.
That's what I want.
Yeah. That's what you deserve.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll just see how it goes. And
Yeah, I'm not committing to anything. Just gonna see how it goes.
Just vibe it out.
I'm gonna have an evening off revising Maze. I'm not gonna let myself revise when I get back.
No, you go to sleep and you have a good night's rest.
I
We
will.
also deserve that.
Thank you.
You two enjoy your tea at the tea shop, chat about life, chat a little bit about dates and the fact that Sazu will be coming in a week for the ball, and the fact that you're going out with Adrian tonight. Icarus. Meanwhile, reel it back
Back to the trauma train.
to outside of Helena's house as these two go off their separate way. And you start leading Damon through the streets towards the Temple Accord. You okay?
Yeah.
I guess that's a relative question.
I'm fine. I'm great. I'm always great.
You sure?
Yeah. Gotta be.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a tough thing, huh?
Kind of.
You know, I don't know, this isn't really my place to talk about this with you, but we don't have to let our past dictate the people that we continue to be when we grow up. You know, and people make mistakes, and maybe you hold that against the people in your past. Maybe they didn't mean it as a mistake. Maybe they were intentionally not good to you. I don't know. But it's better to let it go and forgive people for your sake than it is to hold a grudge. Because if you hold a grudge, you're the one suffering, not them. You know?
I guess I've just been stationary in this city since I arrived, but I've still always felt like I'm kind of running from it. Always watching my back, you know?
Yeah, I know the feeling. Then perhaps it is time to stop running and turn around and face it.
Yeah.
You're my friend, you know? And If you need help with any of it, I'll be right there.
Yeah. Thanks. Same goes to you.
Yeah. Well, 3 of you are already guessing I get myself mixed up in some sort of messy business.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, fighting in an underground ring for Kondu's kind of messy.
Kind of.
Yeah, we found your name in a load of his paperwork.
Wasn't a good time in my life.
No.
And still catches up with me sometimes. But mostly it should be done. It should be over. When you 3 and Orion said you were going down there, you scared the hell out of me, you know? Tell me something good that you like, a memory that you'd like about yourself.
Icarus kind of flounders. I healed Lorkai when he was hurt in the army.
There you go, that's something.
Yeah, helped him recuperate when he came to one of the temples. That's how I met him.
Nothing before that, huh?
No.
He's gonna throw his arm around your shoulders and just like squeeze, hug. Gonna be better from here on out, I promise.
Yeah, I know. It's hard he is with, those two, and only ever trusted Lorkai before recently.
I can see that. And how are you feeling about this cord business? God, I feel like I gotta ask. Like, you're the religion guy, I'm a religious guy.
Yeah, that was really cool. Like, everything aside. Wow, right?
I mean, if Maglubia came down and spoke to me and gave me a message and something to do, I would be all over that. I would just throw everything I was doing out the window.
Yeah. No, I kind of really want to do that. Wow.
No, not everybody is like big on their faith, but my God changed my life.
Mine too.
So, yeah, you're gonna chase the sun and find freedom.
You gotta find the green light first. The green flash. Have you ever heard that story?
A couple of times, I think.
When the sun sets across the horizon on the ocean, there's a green flash.
Maybe focus on finishing school.
Yeah.
Because you got your 3rd task coming up.
That's the whole thing, huh? Kind of scared about that too. Might as well open up about all that too. Freaking out about what to do after I finish.
Well, I mean, it feels like you might not have to think about it too much, because Lady Cord's gonna come along and give you a purpose.
True.
So, what's there to be scared of, right? Maglubia wanted me to be the best gladiator in all of Erin.
And here you are.
Yeah. If you did want to try out for the arena, we do have trials coming up.
Really?
Yeah. And I'd give you a recommendation. I've seen you fight. I mean, half of Erin has seen you fight.
I mean, yeah, we gave everyone a free show, so.
Exactly, and you should be paid for that. I could give Pashak get you a word in edgeways with him. See if he'll be your gladiator patron.
Yeah?
Yeah. Most patrons have like at least 2 or 3 gladiators. He just has me, so he'd be open to it.
Alright, let me think about it. You said Pashak.
Well, yeah.
You were fucking with Pandora, weren't you?
I don't know what you're talking about. His name's Lord Pashak. That's what I was saying the whole time.
Asshole.
And the 2 of you come up to the temple steps. And you're able to go inside and speak to them. Have a high priestess of Cord hurried back down to the house where Helena is. But you hang around maybe another 40 minutes. And they're not sure they can do anything. Although they're fascinated with the story. She doesn't tell them everything, but she does tell them that she had a vision of Cord. And overall, Helena is content if it's going to be like this. She doesn't share the book with the priestess, tucks it away, and she tells you not to worry about it, and that she will be in touch if she needs anything, or if anything changes, or if she hears anything else.
Great. While we were waiting for news, then I would have just been praying at the altar, just offering thanks to Cord.
Damon stays sort of like leaning against a pillar with his arms crossed, being respectful but being like, not my god. And after a couple of hours, the 3 of you meet back on the steps of Delphos Academy in the late afternoon.
Hey, Icarus, give Icarus his money.
Hey!
I just walk over and dump a pouch of gold in your hand.
Why don't more people say hi like this?
I know, it's great, isn't it? We turned some shopkeepers against each other. It was great.
How's Helena?
It looks like it might be a permanent change.
Oh wow.
But she seems okay with that. It is what it is kind of thing, you know?
I feel like of all the stuff that she's been studying her entire life, this has to be some kind of
Fate?
fate calling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she must realize that too.
I mean,
Yeah, she was like very calm about it.
she saw Cord just like I did. It's a pretty final thing to, be like, here's your calling.
How are you feeling about that?
Kind of jazzed.
Pretty cool, right?
Pretty fucking cool.
As you're sort of smiling and walking up the steps towards the academy, you hear Icarus! The Lorikai appear at the top, at the doors.
Oh god! Right!
Sort of walks down towards you, just a slight limp on his metal leg, comes down like, I've been looking for you.
Hey!
Hey.
I've been busy.
I've just been told
Oh no.
about you buying enchanted items on the school's budget.
Yep. That was me.
Being in more than 1,000 gold's worth of debt.
Yep.
What have you got to say for yourself?
I did what I needed to do, and I didn't have the money to do it at the time, so I thought I'd be able to pay it off, and I will. I've already got 250 of it right in my pocket.
Icarus, do you want like some help?
No.
Like
Well, we
can loan
No.
you?
we can do contracts with you and you can just take all the money from
Yeah.
I'll figure it, don't
And I
worry.
mean, I'm sure I owe you money for like the spell scroll and stuff.
I'll figure it.
Do I want to know why you were spending it?
We told you about the dreams, right? With Damon.
Yeah.
Got him a necklace so he can contact us whenever he needs, just in case it happens again. Make sure he's safe.
Just be sensible, okay? Don't keep things from me.
I saw Cord.
What?
Yeah. These two can attest to it. They were there.
Yeah.
That's true.
You saw who?
We had a vision.
Lorelai's face gets a lot softer. Are you okay? Are you shaken?
Kind of at the time, but now I'm over the moon.
Kiddo brings you in and hugs you. And as he's hugging you, he just says quietly, I'm here, to talk about things. Just like I always have been.
I know.
Pandora will give Icarus a pointed look over her shoulder.
Anyway, I've got some classes to get to, and you have exams starting tomorrow, so...
And we have dance class.
And you have dance class.
We have dance class, Icarus. That's today.
Oh.
And Pandora can't come because she's got a prior engagement.
Yeah,
What?
I can't come. Sorry.
So we're going to dance class.
Get to dance class, and then I want to hear that you're revising, okay?
Okay.
Final week of exams.
Okay.
Head in the game.
Whiplash today. Okay.
He just pats you on the shoulder, like, gotta get to class, and disappears.
Sure. Dance class, I guess. Where are you going?
I'm going out with Adrian.
Your date.
Mm-hmm.
Just two friends going out to get dinner.
You're getting, you're feeling, you're seeing.
And yeah, I'm testing the waters.
Oh.
Okay.
He's a very nice man.
He's a very
Nice
nice man.
man.
Yeah. And we're gonna go learn to dance properly.
Oh my god, I can dance. Okay.
Heading inside, you are May's flagged down to the front desk,
Hello?
where the nice lady at the front desk tells you that you have a letter.
Ooh.
I've got a letter.
It's come from Eris Minorix.
Yay!
And it's got May's written on the front in swirly hands with a little heart.
Oh, soft. Mace picks it up, just squirrels it away. We'll read that when there's more time to draft out a proper reply later.
Is that from Sasu?
What do you think?
Yes.
Yes, Pandora.
No, it's from the sister.
No, I don't. I can't live that kind of complicated life.
The three of you are able to spend the rest of the afternoon revising or not revising if you're taking a day off.
She says that she won't, but she'll revise in the afternoon. She won't revise after the date, is what she promised.
She promised that she wouldn't revise in the evening, and that's fair enough.
And then it comes to about an hour before the date and the dance class, which conveniently start at the same time.
Conveniently.
And Pandora, I don't know if you get ready into anything special.
Yeah, she'll wear a nice sort of floaty black dress.
Oh,
And she'll put on some of the honey body lotion from the Mycos farm, so she smells
Ooh.
nice.
she does smell nice.
She'll have her hair all down.
Ah, that's mint. I like that. You two, I don't know what you're going to don for the dance class. Or just your school uniforms.
Yeah. Not gonna wear anything special for it. Maybe just it's a dance class. It's part of the school.
Yeah, I was gonna say that maybe Maze puts on their nice outfit, but they don't want people to see it just yet.
Save that for the
Save
ball
that-
itself.
yeah, the big reveal, just comes in their school uniform, but is also still wearing the braces from earlier, like, oh,
I'm never taking these off.
I have magic hands now. if I have an unarmed strike, it's still magic, baby.
And it is. You come down from your different houses and see each other in the quad. Pandora smelling beautifully of honey and various florals sort of worked into the body lotion, and in this beautiful black dress, hair all the way down.
Gotta put a hand out toward Pandora for her to take. Look at you, and spin you around. You look incredible.
Pandora,
Just something
you're
that you
beautiful,
want.
Gorgeous.
stunning.
Thanks, guys.
You're gonna have a great time.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
Yeah.
It'll be nice.
I bet he's brought you flowers and everything.
You guys have fun at dance class?
We will.
I can see that you guys are going to like partner up.
I mean, yeah. Sure.
It will be fun if you guys do that.
I can see that I'm the only one here who's actually excited about dance class.
No, I don't mind it. I'm just really.
It's been a day, huh?
Yeah. I mean, any other day I would have been real pumped, but you know, kind of today's a bit draining so far.
You don't have to if you're not feeling up to
No,
it.
otherwise I'll just be sat upstairs moping.
Who else am I gonna dance with?
Exactly.
Exactly.
Can't let me down.
Exactly. You gotta show everyone up.
Yeah.
It's true. It could be a competition and we will win.
Magic hands. And I don't know whether you two want to go with Pandora to the front steps.
Yes. Oh no, wait. Do you want us to walk you to the front? Make sure that you don't get, you know, like stood alone for ages until he comes.
Maybe like hang back a little bit.
We can do that.
Sure.
Cool.
It'll be cool.
You guys walk together to the front building, and then Pandora goes through the doors, and you like count 10 paces and follow inside. Hang around by the front desk, not at all looking suspicious, not at all. In fact, make a stealth check.
Oh my god. Disadvantage.
Advantage. Why are you wearing your armor to dance class?
No, I'm not. Hey, you gotta protect yourself against the attacks. Stealth.
Mm-hmm.
19.
27.
That was AC based.
You're pretty confident that as he approaches the front steps and comes up into the entrance of Delphos Academy, Adrian does not see the two of you.
Somehow.
But we
He
see
does,
him.
however, see you, Pandora. You see Adrian come up the steps. He's wearing a beautiful green silk shirt, embroidered with sort of geometric patterns, flowing loose around his upper body, but tucked into tight breeches with long boots. And he comes up and he offers you a white lily.
I know it.
Hi.
Hi. You look incredible.
Thanks. Thank you very much for the flower.
He's going to take your hand and kiss it. You ready to go?
Sure.
He does sort of look around to see if you two are anywhere, but he doesn't spot you.
Hidden yourselves.
Then shall we? And offers his arm.
We shall.
Loop my arm with his. And I'll put the lily in my hair.
Oh. You see Pandora and Adrian disappear back down the steps of Delphos into the candlelit streets, like the sconce-lit streets. And off they go. On their date.
If he hurts her,
I'll kill him.
agreed.
No, we castrate him.
That's a lot, but anything for Pandora.
Anything for Pandora.
And just then you see Senric running up, a small half-elf that you recognise as the young guy who got you to sign up for dance class in the first place. Hi!
Hi. Hey.
Are we still waiting on Pandora?
Oh, Pandora can't make it. Unfortunately, she didn't realize that she'd double booked herself.
That's okay.
We're still there?
Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to it. It's gonna be good. Please, come this way.
Sure.
Leads you down the halls to one of the Academy's indoor training rooms, which has been like completely cleared and designated for this dance class. I would say both of you would probably know Professor Burgoyne, who teaches dance, because he also teaches other Dex sort of like footwork classes and such for martial weaponry.
Fancy footwork.
You see him now. Golden brown skin, black hair, thick eyelashes and eyebrows that sort of almost meet in the middle, dark eyes. A dancer's build with some curves in modest but sort of gold stained clothing, so like gold ink. Long sash around his waist and a beautiful curved dagger slid through it. Very, very pretty face, just starting to age, just getting those sort of fine lines around his eyes. You know him to be quite a reserved and dignified man, never speaking unnecessarily, very observant, standing on ceremony at one end of the hall. And he greets you as you come in, just sort of with a small wave.
Evening, Professor.
Good evening.
Evening.
Evening. And you see in there as well quite a few young students.
Babies.
Obviously there's Senric. You recognise Atalia, the volcano genasi, who you saw down in Eris Menorix.
What year was Atalia?
Second year Virtus.
Okay.
You do recognise Epimetheus, the high elf from Kalidas that you trained with a little while ago in 3rd year. You also see a 5'8" water genasi. You would know her as a 1st year Invertus, you would have seen her around. Her name is Morella. Pale blue skin, wide green eyes, sort of azure long hair and dimples. Very gentle expression on her face. So that's a 1st year. A Kalidas 1st year you might recognise. Another elf, Lucian, only 5'4". Broad, quite muscled, messy, curly, dirty blonde hair and swamp green eyes. Missing the top pointy part of one ear. Round face and round eyes and a button nose. Despite how they look quite intimidating. Sort of an aura of being quite intimidating. Blank and bored expression on his face.
Too many people have pooped the nose. Now he wants blood.
Lucian is out for blood. And you see a human who you don't recognise, but with a uniform from Imperatoria. And she is speaking to Atalia, so you assume maybe a 2nd year. You learn that her name is Helene. About average height, on the chubbier side of curvy. Round face and chin-length brown hair that is tied up. Green eyes. Fairly harmless looking, seems very cheerful and bubbly. A few more students gathered round for this dance class.
Yeah. Mace will sort of wave at any of the people that they actually know, like App and Natalia, if they catch their eyes.
They'll come over and be like, "Hi, how's it going?" Sort of make small talk with you. And then at some point, maybe 5-10 minutes later, Burgoyne turns around and is like, "Right. Is everybody ready?"
Of course. Sure.
Before we begin, does anyone have any previous dance experience?
Icarus puts his hand up. Oh, yeah.
That's good. That's good. And does anybody have anticipated partners for next week's ball?
This does that.
Amazing. About half the other people. That's good. Very exciting. I'll be paying extra special attention to you.
No question, Mace.
Great.
Right. To begin, we're going to just start with some simple steps. So I want you to pair up.
Just gravitate towards each other because, good God, everyone at the school has heard our names being town cried out recently.
Just this morning.
Just this morning.
You do see some of the other students sort of looking at you guys like, is that those are the students who saved Damianos? Oh my God, they saved Damianos. Some of the 1st years like, do you think we should get autographs?
See the brickwork in this room.
Do you think they could introduce us to Damianos?
Oh my God.
You know, people don't use good enough marble these days.
No. Just don't build it like they used to.
No, really, they don't.
You see the water genasi versus 1st year is sort of looking at you like, looking really, really shy, but quite excited to be in this same dance class with the people who saved a gladiator.
Waves. Hey.
Hi. Wow.
Perish.
In your pairs, please find a space in the training room.
We find a space.
A corner.
Burgoyne begins to show the steps of one of the first dances. Could everybody please make me a performance check?
No! Teacher, may I roll at advantage because of my previous dance experience?
You may add your proficiency bonus.
Thank you. I was going to say, how seriously do you guys take this? Like,
I'm taking
is it
this
a bit of a
very
roll?
seriously.
So, I get to add my +6 performance and my +3 proficiency.
Good God!
Oh, that's cocked. 21.
11.
Okay. Burgoyne looks incredibly impressed immediately at how quickly you pick this up. Perfect form. I'm very, very impressed with that,
Thank
Mr.
you.
Pillay. Right. If you would like to show your partner what it is that they're not quite getting right with the steps.
I can do that. Thanks. Moving more with your arms than your hips. And then do this. Yeah? Just
Okay.
follow along.
Sure. Isn't it about the footwork?
Oh, yeah, but you need to have this as well and, like, synthesize, like...
This.
Yes.
You need to. Icarus gestures to all of them. You need to have this.
Uh-huh.
We'll get this, we'll get it. I'll show you.
Okay.
Thanks.
You see that Helene and Atalia are sort of trying to get the steps together too. Not very well at all.
Oh.
Both of them just like, I don't understand what I'm doing. What is this maneuver? I've never done anything like this. The first year's sort of paired up, giggling to themselves. Cynric is taking it very seriously.
Good.
Oh.
Cynric has paired up with Morella, the shy water genasi, and they're taking it very, very seriously. Right, first of all, I would like you both to roll a d20,
Okay.
and we're looking for both of you to roll odd. You may roll at advantage because you've got dance practice.
Well, I rolled a 16, so...
Both are odd. One's a 1 and one's 11.
Okay. Icarus, you're getting this very, very easily. Maze is stepping on your feet as you move around the room.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay.
And McGowan's like, stop, start again.
Yes.
Again.
2.
Both odd again, 17 and 5.
You're real good at this.
I will step on all your toes.
And pinching the bridge of their nose, just tucks his long, straight hair back over one shoulder. Again.
Can I lead this time?
Yeah.
Okay. 14!
11 and an 8, so...
Okay. So you both got an even in there, so Maze is a little bit better in the leading position. And then McGowan moves on to the next dance. This one is faster. Yes.
Oh,
Complicated.
Yes.
Oh
my god.
Make me a performance check.
God. I don't even need to look. I've got
19.
Get back in there. 14.
Okay. Despite the fact this one is faster, perhaps the footwork is a little bit closer to something you're used to doing for one of your like martial
Sneakily.
classes.
It's like
Yeah.
less flowy, so
Yeah.
it's more just like, yeah.
Yeah.
And as you go, McGowan is clapping along the timing, and you get it better this time with the beat going a little bit faster. You can really get into the flow of it.
Really?
You see
Is there
the
music or is it like awkwardly quiet?
there is music and singing from McGowan.
Ooh.
He puts on some like bracelets with bells on them and moves his hands as he shows you the moves, and it makes a beat.
Oh yeah.
So fancy.
You see of the two first years, you see Lucian, who's now dancing with Morella, really getting it.
Oh, yeah.
And McGowan's like, that's it, absolutely wonderful. And you see Morella tripping over herself until she tumbles and knocks them both to the ground. She's like, I'm sorry. You seem to be getting these steps, so let's go into a second practice performance. I'd like you both to roll a d20 again. Looking for a number above 5.
Is that with double advantage again?
Yes.
7.
7 and 11.
You getting it, lads?
You get into the flow of this one, and the two of you have this going pretty well.
Synergy.
Get some synergy.
Drip compatible.
Very good. I'm very impressed. And at this point, McGowan gets some of the students to leave the floor, and there's like you two, and there's Atalia and Ep now dancing together.
We can do the babushka.
The babushka!
And
How many years has it been?
at this point, McGowan's like, right, this next dance involves swapping partners. So I want you four in the middle. And he moves around and shows you more moves. And there's a performance check, please.
Dirty 20! Ooh, really low on this one. I don't get on well with my partner.
No.
12.
12. Okay.
Talia's too hot for you to handle. You're just like...
It's the fire and water thing. As you dance with Ep, both of you quite well versed in these sort of maneuvers
Yeah.
from shared classes.
Two
that we've done
Kalida
together.
students just like, yes, absolutely.
Spinning each other around. Lifts you at the end.
We
You
do
and
some
Natalia.
cartwheels.
You and Natalia both try and lead. Both quite headstrong. Fire and water butting heads here, stepping on each other's feet. And Burgoyne for the first time looks disappointed in you. He was right. Practice with the 4 of you. And you've got groups of 4 all around. Everybody needs to roll above a 10.
Is that the double again?
Yep.
Nope. 6.
Oh, dirty. A nat 20. So, yeah, nat 20, and then that'll be with my thing, it's 29.
6. Luckily, Ep manages to carry you through it, even though you miss some of the different maneuvers that you need to be doing. And Atalia, as much as you're butting heads with her, just follows your lead this time,
Good.
doesn't fumble quite as much. And Burgoyne is so impressed with you this time that you get inspiration. You can use it at any point in the next 24 hours. As he shakes his bells and it's like, "You're doing wonderfully, Icarus."
Thank you! It was like the disappointing luck last time, like, really got me going and I needed it.
You had to get the approval back.
Right, we're moving on to the second to last dance. Let's make these moves. He starts teaching you. At this point, you've been in this class for over an hour. You're pouring with sweat dripping down your face. And some of the first years have gone and sat out now. Of who's left, you see Helene, the slightly chubbier human in Imperatoria. She's really sticking at it, making these maneuvers. And you see Senric now dancing with her, just like, "We got this! We got this!"
Go on, Senric!
Make me a performance check.
Oh, that's a nat 1. I'm tired.
Dirty 20.
Oh,
That's a nat 1, so that's
Do you want to
10.
use your inspiration?
Can I? What's this inspiration do when it's like that?
That gives you advantage with
Advantage.
good inspiration.
Advantage?
Yep.
Okay, I'm going to use it now.
Triple advantage.
Don't want to let him off. Okay, that's better. It's an 8, so 17.
17. Okay. Both of you pull off this next dance quite considerably well. You'll both have advantage for the practice round. So roll me a d20. You're looking to get above 15 at advantage.
Come on, lads.
I got 15!
17!
Yes!
Burgoyne is looking very, very impressed with the both of you. And it looks like you're doing best of the class at the moment.
We are winning!
You're winning at dance
We're
class.
winning at dance class!
Senric is quite close behind you. You can see that he seems to really, really be into the dancing. Perhaps even more so than he's into the studying at Delphos.
Oh! I was having a dancer!
And for our final one, this is our hardest dance, so we'll keep just our best students up.
No pressure.
No pressure.
Are you both ready?
Of course.
I was born ready.
This is a dance for great warriors. I used to do this dance to inspire warriors at battle when I was still in the army.
Is it the hacker?
This professor has such a rich history.
He does.
Please dance with us.
Are you ready? You'll start at a bow.
We bow.
He leads you through these steps. And you both get inspiration as he dances. Make me a performance check.
Give it, lads.
Who's the inspiration? We're gonna do good here.
I'm gonna see how I roll before I decide whether to use it or not.
Oh, yes!
I'm gonna use my inspiration.
I rolled a 19, so that's 28.
Boy.
No point. 11.
11.
And I wasted my inspiration.
No! No!
You see Burgoyne's dark eyes just light up watching you dance, Icarus. And he reaches out a hand and is like, "Dance with me."
Yes!
Okay. Make me one more performance check as you dance with Burgoyne. The rest of the students sort of backed around the walls in this training room. And you hear Helene and Italia like, come on, Icarus! Oh god! And Cedric like, yeah! They're all cheering you on. At advantage if you want to use your performance check. Your inspiration.
Yes. Yeah, I don't want to let him down. Ooh, dirty 20.
Dirty 20. You feel the pressure of this room full of students watching you dance with your beautiful and incredibly talented dance professor. But you follow the steps near perfectly, and the two of you put on a very inspiring performance.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Afterwards, he's like, I haven't seen anyone dance that dance like that since my last lover. In the war.
Mace gives Icarus a look like, what?
You see Professor McGowan looked very contented. And then sort of the reservedness of his personality kind of takes back over. He's like, that was very good, everyone.
I'll bow, say thank you.
Thank you. And you will have one more inspiration to use in the next one.
Yay!
Oh, what a class. And then he'll go around and sort of give pointers to everybody.
Oh. Chris, not you, you're perfect. Not you.
You're perfect.
Amused.
And he takes off the gold sash and gives it to you.
Oh my goodness.
You still have some learning to do, but I believe that you'll be ready
I'll get there.
if you practice before the ball.
Please.
Yeah.
Please help me.
And he sends you on your way into the night. There's like a buzzing, happy atmosphere as everyone floods out of the dance class because it's impossible not to get those good endorphins when you're dancing. And you step out into the quad under the stars now. It's getting quite late. Feeling good.
Yeah. I'm gonna reach to take your hand and we're gonna do like that dancing jog across the courtyard.
I'm gonna go back to our separate doors.
Pandora. Your date runs relatively smoothly through the evening. You're both a little awkward at first, being awkward people.
Yeah.
But you find after 10 minutes or so, sat down at the table in the taverna that you go into, or perhaps on the terrace outside overlooking the water, the conversation starts to flow quite easily. And you talk passionately about the arcane and studying and wizardry.
Yeah. It'll get to the point where she's sort of so Attie's talking about this sort of thing because they can sort of banter back and forth about it, that she'll just go into like talking about her family and talking about like getting to Delphos and her sisters and just like spilling a bunch of stuff that she probably wouldn't normally talk about.
And he prompts, but he doesn't push, and he listens intently throughout. And when he walks you back, he holds your arm, and you reach the front steps. I had a really, really wonderful time.
Yeah, I had a great time as well. Sorry if I like to talk your ear off. I'm just thinking now, like, I haven't stopped talking for like hours.
I love to listen to you. I could listen to you talk all day.
It was really nice spending the evening with you.
I'd like to do it again.
Yeah, that would be nice.
If you'd be interested in, I don't know, doing it regularly.
Yeah, we can do that.
That would make me very happy.
This was really nice. Thank you for a wonderful evening.
And you. Good luck with your exams.
Thanks.
But I'm very confident after everything you've talked about that you're going to do incredibly.
Like, I'm gonna be busy for the next little bit, but maybe, like, once it's all out of the way, maybe we can do this again sometime.
That would be nice. And maybe I'll message you.
Okay.
Well.
Yeah.
Good night.
Good night.
I hope you sleep well.
You too.
He's going to lean in and kiss you on the cheek.
She's gonna blush furiously.
And then he's going to stroke his fingers down your jaw, and then he's going to kiss you properly.
Shoot your shot! Shoot your shot!
And then he's going to wink and sort of disappear off down the road.
She's going to stand there for a bit, very taken aback and surprised. Oh! And then smile to herself and sort of head back to her dormitory, blushing.
Luckily, there's not many people out and about at this time of night as you make it back to your front door of your dorm and rush up the stairs to your room quickly, like, please don't see me blushing like this. And as you get back to your room, you get a message into your head saying, "Great night. So flustered, I forgot to ask if you'd be my girlfriend. No pressure."
You can respond to this message. She'll give it a few minutes before replying, just because she's so, again, taken aback.
Scene.
She'll lay back on her bed with Puck flying around.
What do I do, buddy? Really? I know, but I know. Like, he's such a gentleman. Yeah.
I'll send back to him.
I was just as flustered. I don't want to rush into anything. But I can live with that. Boyfriend?
Then obviously he won't waste another spell slot to reply again, but you get a warm fuzzy feeling. And Puck lands on your tail as it sort of flips around happily.
I'll bop it around.
And you fall asleep after a short while.
Yeah.
But once again, you are completely restless with dreams of your mother.
God.
You find yourself this time wandering through the gardens of the Imperator's palace, aimless and curious, until you spot your mother with the Imperator herself, hurrying through the grand corridors and towering archways. You follow after her, desperately trying to catch snippets of her conversation, but struggling to understand any of the words, as though the dream is making you listen underwater. Until you find yourself locked out, a heavy door closing between you and her. You bang your fists heavily on the door, feeling a desperate sense of urgency to get inside, as the corridor you're in starts to grow colder and colder. Screaming out for your mother's intention inside the room. Ice starts to form on your fingertips and up your arms, along your legs, until it freezes you in place.
Mom?
The palace starts to crumble around you, dispersing, like ice shattering, until you're staring into a pair of huge black eyes before you. And a wicked smile. And you just hear Pandora. And you wake.
Oh, this is so frustrating. She's gonna grab a bit of parchment and write down everything that she can remember from it.
It's only like 3 in the morning. At this point, you glance out the window, you can see the bright, bright moon on its way to being full in about half a week's time.
Dang it! Do I still feel cold?
A little bit. Not cold like you're freezing, like you're coated in ice, but it shouldn't be this cold at night, even at Erin.
She'll pull the blankets up closer, potentially finding another blanket as well to put on top of it, wrap herself up, get Puck to sort of snuggle in.
He nestles down the crook of your shoulder.
having written it all down, we'll try and go back to sleep.
And you do get back to sleep. And then all three of you have to wake up at the arse crack of morning for your psychology of body language exam. You race down there. The exams are held in like these huge halls at one end of Delphos. And the three of you are like bleary-eyed, having stuffed some breakfast in your face, barely spoken to anyone this morning, rushing down, cramming in books as you race down for this exam. You see Veltash down there, sort of waiting to go into the room as well. Alcyone and Arachne, all of these students that you're familiar with now, just queuing outside waiting to go into this exam hall this morning. And it's like 6 a.m.
Oh, morning!
Morning.
Icarus, this is perfectly fine for you.
How's everyone doing?
Sleepy?
Sleepy.
Do some squats, I'll wake you up.
No.
No.
You're lost. I'll do some squats.
Everybody is looking at Icarus like, what is wrong with him? As he just does a plenty of squats to get ready for the exam.
God.
And you spend the morning in your psychology of body language exam.
Jeez.
Everybody roll me a percentile at advantage.
Ooh.
Okie dokie.
Oh no.
Oh my god, double tens!
Double 90.
Ooh.
Well, double zeros rather, like the 100.
100, okay.
Do you want the smaller number as well, or just
Yes.
the 77?
I want to roll a little one as well.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, so I got
You got 100, so you can't
yeah.
get higher than that.
Freaking hell.
cool, so 95.
95. And you come out of that exam at like 11 a.m. Maze, you feel completely confident. You've done plenty of studying
Hell yeah.
and you understand that class to a T. Icarus, you're feeling pretty good. Pandora, you're feeling exhausted.
Oh, I screwed that one up so bad! I'm sure it's fine.
No, you always do great.
Yeah.
Oh, just the essay question threw me right off. And I realized like 2 hours in that I should have written about something else, and I'm so mad.
I hate when that happens.
That's what comes of not revising the night before. I'm never doing that again.
Pandora, you had a nice night last night.
Did you? Did you have a nice night? How was it?
It was really nice.
Yeah.
Of course it was.
Nice, but I had a really bad night's sleep after that.
Oh, that sucks.
I guess the stress just came back.
Yeah, probably just the stress of knowing that this was coming today. But how did the day go? What happened?
It was really nice. We just went for dinner and then had a walk by the water and came back, and I guess we're kind of a thing now. I guess we're taking it slowly though. But like he asked me to be his girlfriend, and I did say yes, but like take it slow. Like and I've got like all of this exam stuff to deal with first. Like after school, I can deal with having a boyfriend.
Pandora, I'm so happy for you though. Oh, congratulations!
Congratulations.
Thanks.
Speaking of, I have a letter I need to reply to at some point.
You two, Pandora and Maze, have the afternoon free. Icarus, you have your History of Warfare exam right away.
Oh boy.
And this particular exam is going to heavily cover the War of the Three Crowns.
Yep.
Of which, whilst you sit in there and go through the exam questions, I might just give you a little bit of information on, because...
That's very interesting.
Icarus, once again, roll me a percentile advantage.
Oh, Christ! 97.
97. Icarus has been studying.
You might think he don't, but he do.
So the War of the Three Crowns was a war that started in the year 152, when the High Elves appeared on the glittering shore in the north of Caldera, founding Elenithal. And you know all of this, writing essays on this throughout your exam.
Passionate about it.
And when these High Elves, who called themselves the Elhaneth, spread out across the north of Caldera, they were claiming territory everywhere as their own. They met at first with little to no opposition, until the road from the Underdark opened into what became Shadeborn. Innumerable numbers of drow and dwarves and gnomes, others emerged from the Underdark, and they called themselves the Devotia. and war commenced as the Devosha forced their way out onto the above-ground continent and refused to give up the land they were taking to the elves.
Right.
Then in 205, the hobgoblins, having recently arrived in the southwestern corner of Erin, they rapidly expand beyond the staging ground that they call Erin, designating it as their first city.
Then they call it Erin, which means first.
Dibs.
Dibs! First!
Mine.
Erin means first landing. The Irani forces are rigorously trained and countless in number, and they sweep across central and northern Caldera, clashing with the other two armies. As you've seen called in the gladiator arena, the triumph of the Copper Hills, the Devosha armies and the Elhanath troops are devastated and slaughtered by the Irani legions, and they take masses of ground. In 214, this is followed by the Devosha ambushing hundreds of legionnaires in the Great Marlborough Woods.
Oh shit.
Not one legionnaire makes it out of these woods alive.
Christ.
Oh god.
The Elven fleets sail south from Bronze Harbour in 225. They lay siege to Erin by sea, cutting off trade routes. Irani engineers discover a network of caverns below the surface, collecting the expansive Underdark. And they find several smaller gateways to the Underdark, and they lay siege to them there. So for another 60 odd years, Maglubia's legions move slowly across the continent and fortify wherever they go. They build roads, viaducts, strongholds, cement their territory, keep their armies well stocked. The troops of Elenithal and Shadeborn agree on a shaky truce, and they turn against the Irani legions. And then finally, in the year 339, the Battle of Montaur. Elhanath and Devosha come together to tackle the brunt of Irani, stopping them in their tracks before the legions reach the mountain fortress of Shadeborn. However, both sides plan to turn on each other the second they've pushed back at the Irani legions.
Oh my god!
Too soon did both sides reveal their plans, and the slopes of Montaur are soaked red in blood in a desperate three-way fight between all combatants.
Oh god.
This battle lasts days. Ultimately, each force retreats, shattered, and in 340, the war is declared over in a stalemate. Shortly after that, the city-states are established, and they all say that nobody is allowed to claim all of Caldera. And Icarus remembers 97% of this. Icarus, you come out of that exam feeling really good about yourself.
Hell yeah.
The exams continue on for 2 more days. The 3 of you get through the rest of your exams, except Icarus, you have 1 more coming, but a day's break. And in that day's break, you know that you're going to need to meet with the Brotherhood of the Griffon, as prepared for you by Orion. So on the morning of the 11th of Nebran, Orion arrives in his disguise as the pale, silver-haired elf, once again on the steps of Delphos Academy, waiting for you outside.
Hey.
We'll gather.
Can I just say that at some point in the time of the exams, Maze obviously reads the letter,
Yeah.
replies to it, and also writes one to send to Michio and Vishima.
Yeah, of course. Letter to Michio, letter to Sasu. Yep. Don't send them to the wrong person.
I'm coming to you, please come to my dance.
Pandora will run up and hug Orion as they meet him.
Hey, and pick you up properly.
Hey,
How's it going? I'm good.
yeah, just been getting through exams.
Yeah,
Yeah, you mostly done?
almost.
Yeah, I feel I've got 1 more tomorrow. I think you guys are done.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we still got the big one.
Oh yeah.
How'd you think it went?
Great, I think I
Oh,
did really
great,
good.
yeah.
You always
Don't
do that.
even ask.
I'm sure you're gonna do great. Make an insight check.
Well, that's all. Would having a passive insight of 16 be any help?
With my +8, that's 12.
15. 11. Rolling absolute piss.
Let's say you'd all notice that Orion is like fidgety and uncomfortable this morning. Like he hugs you tightly, squeezes a little bit too tight, and then is sort of wringing his hands, trying to keep them tucked in his pala. folded over his chest.
Shall we make a move?
Yeah,
Yeah? Can we get somewhere private for a minute?
that would be great.
Okay.
He starts leading you towards the large gate to exit the city. You probably hop on a cart and head down there. Orion will pay.
I was more asking, please don't let it be your loss.
You're lost. You haven't seen him for a while.
Oh god.
God, don't make this a plot point.
That's the BBE. Oh no! Pandora will sort of turn to Orion as they're on the cart.
You okay? You seem a little bit tense.
I'm alright, just seeing these people. It's been a while.
Yeah.
But it's fine.
Thank you for doing this. I'm sorry if it's put you in a weird place.
You know what? I have to face the past eventually, you know?
Icarus looks away.
You good on the information that we got about Kondu? In case, you know, they ask for something in return.
Can do.
Yeah, did we pick up any, we picked up that sort of paperwork, the diary thing, didn't we?
I've got the. I will bring the paperwork from Kondu's,
Yeah,
underground.
sure.
Icarus is the one with the papers.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna pull them out and be like, well, I took these, so.
I'm sure that's enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, that should be good. Okay, you reach the gates, these huge gates, to exit the city again, and that's where Orion stops the cart and says, we're good, we'll walk from here. And from there, you exit and head west around the city walls for a short while. And he makes small talk with you about your exams, but he doesn't really seem to be listening properly. And you see him, renew his disguise again as it starts to fade, having taken a while to get here. Okay. You reach a stretch of open field. It looks like it's had all the crops pulled up already at this time of year. And he just stands and is like, I'm sure they won't be long.
Feeling nervous?
Yeah.
It's been a while since you've seen these people?
I don't know who they're sending. So,
Right.
Is there anyone you'd rather not see? If you had a choice?
my dad.
Oh.
Yeah, that would be optimal.
Didn't realize that your dad was part of the group.
My whole family, actually. So it could be my dad or my mom or either of my siblings.
Do they know that you're going to be here?
Yeah, I did tell them.
Pandora's going to take his hand and squeeze it real tight.
He quickly wraps his fingers between yours and holds on tightly.
Hold tails.
He's in his disguise.
His tail a bit around yours, but you can't see it.
I'll wrap mine tighter around his even though I can't see it.
It's okay.
I told you, I think, before that there was just an incident.
Yeah.
Something like that.
You didn't really give much detail, but you don't have to if you don't want to.
I didn't really speak to them afterwards. And it wasn't their fault, really. But they could have been nicer about it, and I could have been better about it. And it's just one of those things, you know? They're good people, I promise.
What happened?
We were on a contract. My dad and one of the other older members of the Brotherhood and my brother. We were fighting with a fiend.
Ouch.
And I died.
Wow.
And my dad wouldn't let that go, so he had me resuscitated with magic.
Pandora will sort of narrow her eyes a little bit.
What kind of magic?
The only kind of magic they had available to them at the time. Which brought me back in a different body.
Oh.
I was reincarnated as this.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Well, it's probably no consolation, but I, for one, am glad that you're alive. I'm glad you're here.
Thanks.
Glad we got to meet you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're a good friend.
And you three.
But I'm sorry that complicated things for you.
They're all elves. All of them.
You were an elf?
Mm-hmm.
Is this who you used to be?
Mm-hmm. I was 93 when I died.
Oh, shit.
So, pretty young, really. Centuries ahead of me. I don't know how long I have now. I don't know if lifespan resets or whether I'm got 10 years left, you know?
That's shit.
Yeah.
But you know what? You're fucking alive. So, fuck that. Like, do what you need. And just don't worry about when you might die, because everyone might die tomorrow.
I know.
I know it sucks. That really sucks. You just said you need to move on from the past.
I know.
It's something I need to do too, so I know what that feels like.
I've been trying to make the most of it, you know?
I'd say I've been doing a pretty good job of that. Maze gives him an awkward side hug.
He'll wrap an arm around you.
Yeah, just pat pat.
It's weird patting and feeling the wings.
Yeah.
Like leathery wings. It looks like you're touching cloth. And as you do, he looks up and goes, "Alright, I see him." And you look up and you see 3 griffins emerging from the clouds. Silhouetted at first, elegant as they swoop down towards the fields, circling all the way down to the ground, landing just a little way off from you. Dismounting from the 3 griffins, one about the same size as Orion's, one smaller, one sort of much bulkier looking, a bit rugged. You see 3 members of the Brotherhood. One, a pale elf, standing about 5'5", with green eyes and long straight silver hair, worn up in a high ponytail. She's got pointed, delicate features, quite a sharp expression on her face. And as she gets close enough for you to see her, you see her looking over Orion in this disguise and sort of tensing up a little bit.
Pandora's gonna hold his hand real tight.
He will squeeze back, but then he'll let go and sort of straighten up quite formally. You see also with them a 6-foot brown-skinned elf with dark eyes and very curly natural hair, worn braided over one shoulder. They've got round features, full lips. Although it's quite hard to tell with elves, definitely older than Orion's disguise and the other silver-haired elf. And you see, standing about 6'4",
God!
a half-orc but with very elven features.
Yes!
Green-brown skin, hazel eyes. He's got shaggy black hair worn back into like a really short half ponytail. One very small tusk sticking up from his lower lip. And pretty features. Like, Slim but well-muscled shoulders, cinched waist, and he's got like a cheeky grin on his face as he walks over. All three of them are wearing sleeveless grey suede tunics, elven embroidery over it. They've got woolen braque trousers, golden pauldrons on their shoulders, like sort of elven leaf design, and a high-collared leather cowl as they approach. Orion sort of... Thank you for coming. It's the other silver-haired elf who steps forward and says, Arendelle, you don't look like you've changed a day. And he's like, yeah, and drops the disguise. She looks him over now and is like, that's better. That's my brother. He's like, I guess kind of. The brown-skinned elf is like, I'm Farron.
Hi, Icarus.
Maze.
Pandora.
This is Amaril, the silverhead elf, and Yusuf, the half-orc. And as we understand it from Orion, you might have some information for us. You found our, unfortunately, deceased rider.
We did.
And potentially some people of the smuggler's ring that took him down.
And what is it that you want in return?
Information about the hit that he was carrying.
We'll hear you out. So what can you tell us about the people who killed our person?
They work for a man named Kondu, who operates underneath Aaron,
Okay.
from what we can tell. And potentially has some connection to some of the counselors.
Yeah.
Kondu. Not familiar with the name.
We can give you paperwork, information about what he's been doing.
That would be
Names,
helpful.
Lists. Not going to give it without receiving something though.
Of course not. We don't operate like that. Yusuf, the half-orc, you see, gets out a scrap of paper and starts making notes on everything you've said. So the contract that our friend was carrying when he was struck down, I believe it was an assassination. What would you like to know about it?
Who took it out? Why? What Niklaus has done?
The name of the person who took out the contract was Hitus Verata.
Do I know that name?
Nope. He is a merchant sailor to the north, in a village near Marlborough. Verato is notorious for his temper and for cutting deals in which he makes a disproportionate amount of profit.
Dickhead.
But he keeps his business in good, clean order and doesn't care much for, his words, double-crossing pirates like Niklaus.
Pirate?
His words.
Well, he's a liar.
Excuse me?
Niklaus isn't a pirate.
So you know him.
Yeah. Used to.
And he's not a pirate. I don't know whether Arendelle has explained to you at all, but we don't carry out assassinations unless we can prove that the person is deserving of it. So if you know more, we'd be very, very interested in hearing about it.
What's he done that made it worth it to take him out then? On your side of things.
Supposedly, Niklaus's ship intercepted one of Verato's, killing a number of his men, raiding his cargo of weaponry and armor, losing Verato both sailors and thousands of gold worth of profit, which I think he was more interested in.
What? Pandora will whisper to Icarus.
It's been a long time since Since you knew him, Icarus, a lot could have happened.
Maze will also whisper in, like, you have a whole new life now. Anything could change.
Okay.
The contract was taken out 2 days prior to you coming across our dead rider. Ardreth had been on his way back to our mountain fortress. The contract was taken out 19th of Emmerkill.
So that's about a month ago now?
It is now the 11th, so yeah, not quite a month.
3 weeks-ish.
We haven't pursued anything. We haven't fulfilled it, as we've yet to be able to locate Niklaus.
Did your organization have any idea where he was, or even a vague idea?
We were told by Verato to scour the oceans, so unfortunately that's quite a vast area to search.
So did only the one rider have this contract, or if you have riders elsewhere, were there multiple looking in all places where he could have been on the ocean?
Well, the contract was signed and sealed, not yet. We hadn't yet assigned anyone to it.
Assign me.
You're not one of the Brotherhood.
Yeah, but I don't want one of you just killing him for no reason. This is it's personal to me.
And this is a business contract assigned to us. We are willing to discuss. We can't simply assign you to it.
Then I'll do what I need to get it. I don't want you to just give it to someone else. I want to get the truth out of this myself.
Farron looks to be considering it, and at that point Orion's like, I'll take it.
Orion.
I'll take the contract. Both Amaryl and Farron sort of look him over like, I thought you were absolutely done with everything, Arundel. I was, until something that mattered to me came up. Very well. Have to have you and Icarus visit Oxfalatus, and we'll go over this properly with your father. Sure. We could do that, right?
Agreed. Here. I'm gonna open up my little satchel and give them the paperwork from underneath.
Yusuf will take everything. Thanks, man.
No worries.
Give you a big grin.
I like him.
Like him.
So does Icarus. He gives you sort of a dazzling smile. Cheeky smile.
With a big tooth.
Yeah. Well, I suppose we can call that settled then.
Thank you.
Arundel will arrange your visit, and we can go over it further then.
Good to know. Appreciate it.
And we won't proceed with anything until we speak with you again. You have our word.
Thank you. I'm gonna offer my hand not to shake it.
Farron takes it. Manicured fingers.
Oof.
They shake it. And Amaryl looks Orion up and down and is like, you look like you're doing well for yourself. Yeah, I've been okay. You're not very subtle, by the way. Everybody has heard about the gladiator in Erin with the Griffon. Dad's pissed.
Ooh, shit.
Well, I wasn't just gonna leave Spiro behind. No, but you didn't have to make a huge fuss of it.
If anything, I'd say that it was worth it. He's done, like you said, real well for himself. He's
He
famous
has.
in these parts.
He's well loved in these parts.
He's really cool, just in general.
I'm glad to hear it. I guess I'll look forward to seeing you at home. Ryan's like, yeah, I guess so. Thanks for coming out. Thank you for the information.
What do you plan to do about Kondu, if anything? He killed one of your men after all.
He's trying to steal the Griffin, so it might happen again.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing that worries me. Farron sort of taps their chin. we can't just simply leave it.
No.
If anything, an operation like that happening anywhere in this area, it should be stopped. Griffins and otherwise. Yusuf's like, yeah, actually, personally, I grew up on a farm, and we had some poachers come and steal some of our Catobleplus, so...
Oh my god! We rescued one of those from them.
Yeah?
Yeah, the big cow thing.
Big cow thing.
Yeah.
Really
big.
Super cute, very smelly.
Yeah, that's the one. We gave it to, what's her name?
That was the woman at the horse stable.
One of the stables.
But we don't know who she gave it to.
You just kind of left it in her care. You guys go,
We don't know what to do with it.
if we hear anything, we'll come back.
I mean, we've heard something. We gave it to Thekla at the stable.
In Aaron.
Well, I don't imagine this many years later that it's going to be one of mine, but I am definitely
years ago.
interested.
If you're in the market.
Imagine.
If I'm in the market.
There's a Catobleplus in the stables.
Sure, well, I am definitely invested in helping with this.
It's free Catobleplus.
He starts laughing and Farron just like smacks him upside the head of it. They have to reach up slightly because he's so tall. He's like, okay, if anything, I'm interested in getting involved in stopping this because I'm not a fan of poachers.
No.
So, we'll see what the big boss says. And if nothing else, I'll look into it personally.
If you do, could you let us know?
Yeah?
Because I feel like we are kind of involved now.
Yeah.
You three get yourselves in some sort of trouble?
Well, I mean, to get that information, we kind of had to go through the base, so...
Oh.
Yeah, we're kind of...
Wanted people.
Probably.
Definitely.
Great.
And Farron's sort of eyebrow raise at Orion. And you, Arundel? Maybe. I mean, I was disguised.
Yeah.
Very well.
We can like draw you up a map or something to give you a better idea of the layout.
Talk about the secret entrances.
Yeah.
That would be useful. I can see that you three are quite skilled. Arundel picks his friends well.
He's a good friend.
Yeah, he's a real good friend.
Well, we don't want to keep you for too long. Thank you.
No problem.
I'm sure we'll see you again at some point soon.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You see them immediately. Farron sort of bows to you and sort of saying goodbye, turns, starts heading back towards the griffins who are playing with each other.
Oh!
Snapping at each other's feathers.
Baby.
Amaryl looks at Orion and is like, it will be good to have you home again. He's kind of funny about it. Yeah, I suppose. I won't be staying. Just this one contract, okay? Yeah. And just don't mind what Dad says. He's funny, but he's not the be-all and end-all of everything. She hugs him. He hugs her back, kind of awkwardly. And she's like, nice to meet you three.
You too.
Bye.
Hey.
And then she smacks Yusuf on the shoulder as she goes past. He's like, it's really good to meet you.
Yeah, you too. We'll see you again soon.
Yes, I will look you up if I'm ever in Erin.
Yes, and the Catobleplus.
And the Catobleplus. Where did you say it was with Thekla?
Thekla.
You hear Amaryl like, come on!
At the stables.
Well, maybe I'll be by. Get myself free Catobleplus.
If you're in the market, yeah.
I will see you around again, probably at our big fortress.
No biggie.
No biggie. No biggie. Nice to meet you.
You too.
Nice to meet you.
Winks at Icarus. Turns around, goes back to like the big, sort of rough-looking griffin, jumps on, and you watch the three of them sort of turn and run the griffins for about 100 yards and then take off. launching into the sky.
Yeet.
It looks impossible to see them in flight. They look far too heavy for it, but they elegantly take off, disappear up into the clouds. Moran's like,
They seem nice enough.
yeah.
Gonna turn to Orion and just pull him into a hug. Thank you.
He puts his arms around you too and it's like, yeah, of course.
Thank you. Thank you.
I guess I'm walking away from being a gladiator for a short while, huh?
Make the others do some work. I'm sure James can finally do something now.
Dames.
Dames.
Damon.
Dames.
Shut up.
He's gonna like playfully try and trip you as you're walking back towards the city.
I'll grab his tail.
Can't see it. No, wait, you can now.
You can now.
Drops it.
You grab his tail and he just launches up, flies past you, and lands like 50 yards away. Okay, back into the city. One more time. And cast disguise self over himself again.
I kind of prefer the Orion we know.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a cool guy.
Yeah. So does the rest of the city. Everybody wants an autograph.
I don't know. How hard?
It's a terrible life.
No, to be fair, those first years wanted our autograph last night and I hated it. Oh, well, the other day. I hated it.
We still need to do more dance training with you.
Yes.
You can head on back to the city, back through the streets of Erin to Delphos, and when you do arrive back and say goodbye to Orion, you're called to Sebast's office.
Oh shit.
Hello. Hello?
Sata friend sat at his desk as usual, fixed location NPC,
That's the owl one?
just his little round glasses. You three again.
Always is. Hey.
I'm aware that you have one more written exam, Mr. Paleo,
Yeah.
but you also have your third task coming up.
Sure
In
do.
2 days.
Oh,
In 2 days?
okay.
Okay, great.
The big one.
So,
We're still together on that though, right?
you are.
Okay.
So for this third task, you are going to head out of the city through one of the viaducts, seeking out a large creature that has nested there, and for all intents and purposes, slay the beast.
Okay.
Do we know what it is?
I'm afraid we don't yet. We just know that several people have gone missing there, amongst other things.
Any descriptions from witnesses or?
Large, someone has mentioned draconic features. I'm afraid there's not much to go on because not many people who've gone that way have returned. This is quite a pressing task and extremely dangerous, unlike your other two. This is a real world situation, somewhat like a contract, but as you understand it, you will be evaluated on what you carry out. And so for that, as proof of what you've done, Delphos Academy would like to request that you bring back any usable parts of the creature that could be used as potion ingredients, components, that sort of thing. They must be in good condition to prove how well you have taken down the beast. And as we recognize the danger, you will be accompanied by an outside party,
Oh.
as we cannot send any one of your mentors on this, lest it unbalance the evaluation. we think you might be quite happy with our choice of outside party.
Care to elaborate?
You will be carrying out your third task with the assistance of Gladiator Damianos Thalassi.
Of course. Of course we are.
So he knew about this when he was.
Oh, was that what he? Oh,
He knew.
Damon.
It's an agreement reached following what the three of you did for him at the Colosseum, made with his patron, and he will be the one evaluating you for this task. Please take the rest of the afternoon to prepare. Use, for the last time, your pass from Delphos to buy what you need. And good luck with it. We expect you to set off on the morning of the 13th. He will meet you outside at 9 a.m.
Okay.
Does he know what 9 a.m. is?
It's when the sundial points quarter of the way around.
I don't think he's ever seen that. Okay. Sure. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you, Master Armwood.
Of course.
When is my next exam?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
On the 12th. So you have the rest of the afternoon. We won't run through shopping. We'll just say that you can decide before the next episode what supplies you want to buy.
Thank you.
And so you have the evening. Icarus, you have an exam in the following morning.
Outward eyes.
And then you have the next afternoon. And on the morning of the 13th of Neverin, you make your way down bright and early in your Delphos uniforms with your armor on to see Damianos Thalassi standing on the front steps of Delphos Academy, much to the awe of plenty of students and passers-by.
Look at you waking up early.
And he greets you, and you prepare for your third task.
Oh my god.
And that's where we'll enter.
Oh my god.
Hell yeah!
The task.
After all these years.
We've known each other less than a month. Niklaus is a pirate. Niklaus is a pirate.
Niklaus is a pirate.
Orion is not a tiefling. Or was not a tiefling. Oh boy.
Much to think about.
Much
to think about.
Oh my.
We hope you guys have enjoyed watching this. I hope you guys have enjoyed playing.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We love you. We love you, baby.
Just a short reminder again that you can support us via the YouTube join button below, hopefully still below, or over on patreon.com/NyxRising.
Wow.
Until next time, I'm Nyx, we are NyxRising, and we love you. Bye!
I'm just imagining that this is what Adrian's getting back.
Hi Sunbeams, it's Pandora. Not long now until our third and final exam task. Thank you so much to everyone who's been supporting us over at patreon.com/NyxRising and via YouTube memberships. You can see art of the half-orc, half-elf mercenary Yusuf, as well as his story over on our Patreon. Thank you for this week's new fan creation NPCs. Thank you Cassie for Morella Amnis, Freddie for Bagowan, Noah for Lucian, and Fiona Davis Patton for Helene. Special thanks as always to our executive producers, Jameson M, Lissa, Stef Sharp, Katelyn Ferguson, Alexandra Johnson, Leah Moran, Adira A, and Emily Hogarth. Until next time, stay safe and strong, and we'll see you on Wednesday.